Welcome to Mary's Eclectic Interests. Today I'm preparing spaghetti cheese toast, and this is for a Cooking for One cookbook. Now I can tell you right now that spaghetti, 3 to 4 ounces of spaghetti, is more than enough for me to have 2 meals. So here we have our 3 to 4 ounces of cooked or uncooked spaghetti, and I know it because yes, I have one of these little cheat things. Has all these little holes in it, and it tells me to go into this hole, and this means, whoops, my spaghetti doesn't want to go in there. It means that I have 4 ounces. This one here is a 2 ounce and it goes up. So this is the 4 ounce, and it's not quite 4 ounces, but it's enough for me. And I'm taking this raw spaghetti and I'm putting it away because I've already cooked the spaghetti. So here's my cooked spaghetti. Okay. Oops. We're just going to put this back here. So here we have, it says you're supposed to use 2 slices of bacon. I've already cooked my bacon, and I can tell you right now that is not 2 slices of bacon. That's 4. I love bacon, and so I'm putting extra bacon in. And you don't want to get it, I like my bacon crispy, you know, almost crisp, but not, you can tell. Here you can see that it's crispy, but it's not overly crispy. It's not going to just crumble. And because I did do this ahead of time, I took the bacon grease. Yes, we need bacon grease. I told you this is a bacon dish. I love bacon. And this is about how much bacon grease there was in there for those 4 pieces of bacon. Now for you, when you're doing this, you'll probably do the bacon and you'll have the grease there. So watch your grease. If you don't like a lot of grease, get rid of a little bit. Don't get rid of a whole lot, but because you have all this spaghetti that this whole thing's going to go on. For this recipe, you need 3 to 4 ounces of uncooked thin spaghetti, which I've already cooked, and it's in the back here. 2 slices of bacon cut in 1/2 pieces, and you're going to remove the bacon, but you're going to leave the bacon grease from those 2 slices of bacon. Now I'm doing this different because I like bacon. So I have 4 slices of bacon in here, and I have the bacon grease behind it because I actually prepared this a couple of days ago, knowing I was going to make this dish. We have 3 tablespoons of dry white wine, or you can use dry vermouth, which I have in the back already measured out. Next, we have an egg, and I'll be beating that egg, so it'll be a well-beaten egg. And 2 tablespoons grated Parmesan cheese or Romano cheese. I always use Parmesan. And you can get that already grated at your store if you don't want to do it yourself. And it says freshly ground pepper. Well, that's not happening. I've never used fresh ground pepper. I just use pepper from the regular pepper. I've already cooked the spaghetti, as we know here. But it says when you cook it, and I did not rinse it. All I did was put it in the sieve to get all the water out. I did not rinse the spaghetti. Do not rinse your spaghetti. I have very few pans, but here's the skillet that I have. And I'm going to put in the bacon grease that should already be in your pan. Here to do this. There we go. So I'm just putting a little bit of bacon grease in there. And this will melt. And you may not have this much bacon grease. You may have more, you may have less. I actually keep the bacon grease for other cooking needs. And, it is starting to melt. Okay, I'm going to have to put this up higher so it gets going here. Because we're going to take this white wine, 3 tablespoons, and we're going to be putting it in that bacon fat. Doesn't that just sound fattening? And we're going to heat it to a boil, and we're going to boil and stir for 2 minutes. I may have to put a little bit more grease in there because there's not a whole lot in there. There. Now this is 2 meals for me, but I'm assuming if you're a man or somebody with a larger appetite, there we go, you can get this all down. Actually, I have eaten this whole dish when I've been really, really hungry. Let's say I was outside working out in the yard or something like that, and I come in, and it's a real easy thing to make. The reason it's taking a little longer is because I have to heat this pan up, which normally would already be heated up. And I may even, and I happen to like Parmesan cheese, so don't be surprised if I go and get another, some more Parmesan cheese. I've done that more than once. Because that has to come to a boil when I put this wine in it. Are you ready? It's going to spit too, and there we go. And you have to keep moving it around. Oops, I don't want my hot plate to move around. I just want this. I'm going to turn it down to medium heat. Okay, that's over 1.5 minutes. And I don't want to lose any of this because there's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing here. Okay, that's about, I'm just doing 1001 and 1002. Okay, I think that's about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to put all of this pasta in here. It says use thin pasta, but I use whatever pasta I want or have on hand. All right, the pasta, and what you want is all that bacon grease and the wine to get on your pasta. I don't normally do the full 4 ounces. I usually just do probably 3. And I'm trying to get this all rolled into that wine and the grease. All right, now we're going to, I forgot to, yeah, let's not burn that. Watch that for me, people. All right, I had to go and get this. And I'm going to put this down a little bit. That's all mixed in. So what I want to put in here now is my egg. And I'm going to turn it down, my cheese, and my bacon, which I said I used a lot of it because I like bacon. And this is, well, it's not burning. I'm fast enough. Whoops. And you're going to keep tossing it until that egg gets cooked and the cheese goes around. Now, if you like this really a lot cheesier than what this is going to be, throw in extra Parmesan. Now, this is supposed to not turn into scrambled eggs on top of this. It's supposed to go in and be all the way through. And all you do is you just keep tossing it until you can tell that egg is done. It doesn't take very long, and it doesn't take, and a lot of this stuff you can do ahead of time, such as your bacon. I don't like to do the pasta too far ahead. I just made, it was still hot when I put it in here. All right, now you can't tell me one person's going to eat this. It is huge. So I'm just going to eat part of this. I have taken this dish and taken part of it to work and just zapped it in the microwave. So here we have our spaghetti cheese toss. Now I'm going to take this off of here because I don't want it to cook anymore. It's done. And I don't want it to sit there. So I'm going to bring it in the back here. This is what I normally, would like to use, is this size plate. And what I'm trying to cut myself down to is this. And so you can get 2 nice hearty portions of this. But it is from my Cooking for One cookbook. So now I have leftovers. And oh, and I forgot the pepper, didn't I? What was I supposed to do with the pepper? I hardly ever put that pepper in here. I suppose you could just kind of, because it says, maybe that's why I never used the pepper. I never put it in. So I'm just going to put a little pepper on top, since I didn't put it in with the thing. But that's probably why I never do use the pepper. So that's all there is to it. You have a little tossed salad or something with it. I happen to have some marinated vegetables I'm going to be eating with this. So this is just marinated, what I call marinated vegetables. It's vegetables with Italian dressing.